The Galaxy Book Go is a lightweight, reasonable PC from Samsung that is fueled by a Qualcomm chip rather than Intel and offers the choice of 4G network. On paper that sounds perfect. However, practically speaking, this PC is terribly sluggish, with Windows actually declining to play pleasantly with Qualcomm's ARM engineering. The outcome is a PC that is challenging to suggest, and obviously outmatched by most Chromebooks at a similar cost. Design and construct: thin and lightweight form, made of plastic, just accessible in silver. While I have my grumblings about the Cosmic System Book Go's presentation, I can't actually blame the manner in which it looks. Just accessible in silver, this is a really smooth and appealing PC at the cost. Samsung has kept it thin and generally light, which is great remembering that it accompanies a genuinely far-reaching 14-inch showcase. It's part of the way that light on the grounds that the body is plastic, which is inescapable costing this much. That causes the PC to feel a piece modest, yet hello, it is modest. So you can't actually grumble a lot about that. Display and sound: 14 in HD show, very faint, no touchscreen. The 14-inch showcase here is huge for a PC of this cost, yet it accompanies downside. It's full HD at 1920x1080, so essentially Samsung hasn't pursued any faster routes there as we've in some cases seen in other financial plan PCs. Tragically, it's anything but an extraordinary screen in different regards. Utilizing a Spider X to evaluate the screen's presentation, I found it covered at a maximum splendor of just 225 nits, about portion of what the best PCs make do, however in fact better than a couple of other modest choices. It likewise offers a restricted variety range, overseeing just 62% of the sRGB range. That implies it's not fit for showing a full scope of variety, leaving you with second-rate picture quality. It's fine for essential work errands, yet films and photographs basically won't put their best self forward on this screen. Aggravated by restricted review points that mean the presentation endures on the off chance that you're not seeing it head on. Likewise, a disgrace there's no touchscreen choice. That is not absolutely strange at the cost, but rather it would have helped compensate for a portion of the PC's different deficiency. There are sound system speakers incorporated into the PC, however as you'd expect they're really powerless and metallic. They'll finish the work to watch something on YouTube. However, for music or even Netflix scene, you'll need to interface your earphones. Keyboard: open keyboard, marginally soft feel to composing. Huge plastic trackpad. There's little to say regarding the console and trackpad here, which are both not all bad for a spending plan PC. The console is quite huge, extending almost the entire way to the sides of the gadget. However, it's a disgrace that Samsung has for the most part accomplished that by dispersing the keys out as opposed to making the individual keycaps bigger. Specs and execution: fueled by Qualcomm Snapdragon 7C Gen 2, nearly unusably slow. 4 divided by 8GB SLAM and 128GB stockpiling. What's more, here's the rub. Up until this point, the Cosmic System Book Go most likely appears all good, a little harsh around the edges. However, that is the very thing you get for a PC that costs under £500 divided by $500. The issue is all in the presentation. This is one of a blossoming scope of Windows on Snapdragon workstations, gadgets controlled by Qualcomm chips rather than Intel or AMD. Qualcomm is most likely most popular these days for its Snapdragon cell phone chips, which power a colossal number of Android telephones and tablets consistently. It currently additionally creates PC parts utilizing a similar ARM engineering, the very essential tech that Mac has used to extraordinary progress in its own in-house MacBook processors. The Cosmic System Book Go is fueled by the Snapdragon 7C Gen 2, the most recent adaptation of Qualcomm's less strong level of PC chip. I've tracked down it drowsy nearly past the reason behind being usable, with essential undertakings and basic applications hanging and freezing. In any event, running a solitary Chrome tab demonstrated a lot for this PC on occasion. Battery and charging: brilliant battery duration. Languid charging: for every one of its shortcomings, Qualcomm's 7C Gen 2 brings one significant strength: battery duration. In our testing, the System Book Go endured north of 15 hours of persistent video playback. Not the most elevated score we've at any point recorded, yet considerably better than most other financial plan rivals. The disadvantage is that when you do charge, it's sluggish. The PC accompanies a 25W USB-C charger, yet this main bested the PC up by a humiliating 6% in 30 minutes. That implies you'll likely should be prone to energize this short term, as a fast module will not get you much. Connection: noteworthy scope of ports: 4G LTE. There's a USB-C port on each side for charging and information, one USB a 2.0 port, a 3.5mm earphone jack, a microSD card space, and, surprisingly, a Kensington nano lock opening. Similarly as significantly, there's a SIM card plate, since like all Qualcomm workstations this supports 4G LTE. You'll require an extra SIM card. You can't piggyback on your telephone's information plan, disappointingly. Yet on the off chance that you wouldn't fret the continuous cost, it's amazingly advantageous to gain admittance to information in any event, when there's no decent Wi-Fi around. You could have likewise seen a Worldbook Go 5G around. Do take note of that these are various PCs. Notwithstanding 5G, that model incorporates an all the more impressive processor and some other spec redesigns, so thus orders a lot greater cost. This model is 4G just, so won't deal with associations that are very as quick. However, there's still essentially nothing to whine about there.